Lists comes with methods for searching, counting, sorting, inserting, and removing items from a list. So over here, I have a list of fruits, and let's demonstrate some of the things that I could do. So we could print out a statement that will return true or false depending on whether bananas exists in fruits. So we're basically saying, does banana or are bananas in fruits? And then we can print that out and that will return true. We could also print out the index of bananas. So if I do fruits dot index and provide the value that I'm looking for or that I'm searching for, in this case is banana, and print, we get 1. Notice that if I hover over index, it will actually explain to you that this is only going to return the first occurrence of that value in the array. So even though in our array we have 2 bananas, we're only getting the index of the first occurrence of that item in the list. So we could also do print fruits dot count, and we can find out how many bananas we have in our list, and that will return 0. Oh, because I spelled it out as bananas instead of banana. So if I print that out again, we get the number 2. And we've shown this before, but let's go ahead and try to add items to our list of fruits here. So I could do fruits dot append, and I can add an item like dates. And if I print out what does fruits look like now, we get the original list with dates appended at the end of our list. But we could also use another method called insert. So I do fruits dot insert, and this will take actually 2 inputs. The first is the index, so where exactly do you want to insert that new item? So let's say at the index 1, I want to include mangoes. So if I go ahead and execute that cell, now here we go, we get the original list, but we have mangoes inserted at the first index or at index number 1. And then obviously because we also appended dates, we have dates twice because I executed that same cell again. We could also remove items from a list. So I could do fruits dot remove, and let's remove banana. And again, as you can see from the tooltip, this is only going to remove the first occurrence of the value of bananas in that list. So let's go ahead and print out fruits. And here we go. So now we removed that first occurrence of banana that was in the 3rd position or in index 2. And now we still have that one. We could do the same thing and try to remove the date since we have a duplicate added here. So if we run this, here we go, we have a cleaner or a final version of what this fruit list looks like. We could also sort elements in a list either in place or by creating a new copy of that list or saving it in a new list. So let's go ahead and create a new cell. And here if I do fruits dot sort, now by default, because this is a list of strings, the order is going to be lexicographical here, meaning that it's going to be following the dictionary order. So if I do that, and let's go ahead and print out what the list of fruits is now, you see how it ordered everything. So we have the apple, bananas, cherry, dates, and mangoes following the dictionary order for how they would appear. Now let's do another example where I have numbers, and let's say I'm just going to do some random numbers here. I'll do another copy of this one. I'll call it numbers 2 just because I'm going to be demonstrating 2 ways of doing that sort. So in that first case, if I do numbers dot sort, obviously similar to what we've done with the fruits sorting here, this will sort the elements in place, meaning that it will modify or mutate the numbers list with the updated values or with the updated order of those items. So if I do print numbers here, we will get the updated values. But before I go ahead and execute it, I want to show you the other way that we would be sorting numbers. So here I'm going to go ahead and create a new list. I'll call this sorted numbers. And here I'll use the sorted function. This is one of the built-in functions that we have in the language. And if I provide the list that I want to order here, which is numbers 2, and went ahead to print out both numbers 2 as well as this newly created sorted numbers, here is what we're going to be getting. So the first obviously is the original, so this one over there, or this print statement. So it ordered all the numbers correctly based on their value. However, when you see the second example, when we use the sorted function here, we did not mutate or we did not change anything about what used to be in numbers 2. So when I printed out numbers 2, it still showed up in the original order that we have provided. However, this newly created list is where the order has been updated or has been applied. Now, if I wanted to sort these numbers in the reverse order, we would need to provide a argument here called reverse, and this will receive a Boolean value. So if I do reverse true, and the same goes for this one, I actually can provide a reverse argument. And if I set this to true and execute this cell, notice how the order has been applied, but it's now applied in the reverse, where we're starting with the largest first, going to the smaller number.